Hi, my name is Org866 and today I would like to show you the GCVGA project. It's pretty much exactly what the name implies. It adds VGA output to a Gamecube, and it does that by having a little add-on board attached to the Gamecube. It'll be a bit smaller in the final revision, and in the final revision it will also have an option to output component video on the RGB pins of the VGA port. Anyway, this is a DOL 101 cube. I documented exactly where all the signals necessary for this are on the newer GameCubes that don't have the digital AV port, and it pretty much just attaches to that digital video bus, goes to the CPLD and the video DAC, and goes out on the VGA port. This is a Xilinx Spartan 3AN FPGA. This is an Analog Devices AD-V7125 DAC, a triple 8-bit video DAC. Works at 50 MHz maximum. I supply it approximately 27 MHz. Clock rate. Here's a JTAG header. Obviously, gotta have that. Oops. My cat just being angry at me. So yeah, let's just cut right to the chase. It supports all video modes that the GameCube can output. Of course, also the progressive modes, because without that it wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it? Anyway, let's cut to the chase. I will obviously post the documentation and infos later on GCVGA.com and a few other places. I hope to eventually mass manufacture this and get orders going, but first I need to check the laws about certifications and stuff here. I live in Germany, which is a country that is obviously pretty anal about stuff like this, so safety first, I guess. So, oh yeah, and by the way, this looks pretty terrible. Lots of mods and hacks. That's because it's still in prototype stage. I can show you what the actual first prototype looked like. Had a resistor ladder DAC, output potentiometers, JTAG header, a capacitor, and VGA output, and a XC9572XL CPLD. I moved from that because I figured out, or noticed rather quickly, that CPLDs are no good for color space conversions, or proper ones, I should say. I was hitting the macro cell limit pretty quickly, and I don't want to do any intense macro cell optimizations or anything like that, so I upped my game a little bit, got into FPGAs. First time I used the FPGA, got into designing boards. Huge thanks to my friend George, who helped me a lot during this project. And yeah, that's about it. More info and release later. So let's just... There we go. Whoops, still something wrong here with the video signal. I'll fix that. Video device, resolution 720 by 480. That's better. Yep. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's go. The power button. Go to the menu first. Oh, actually, no, that's not. Let's turn it off. Let's open it. This is a burnt copy of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I had to do that because I need an NTSC version, obviously. I live in a PAL country, so I don't get to have games that natively support progressive mode, so that's why I had to do that. I have a Xeno GC clone in there, which I built based on the wiki information. So yeah, here we go. Oh, you have to hit A. Okay, never mind, that's why it didn't work. So let's do that. There we go. Everything works normal. You might see interlacing artifacts right now because there's this 480 or 576i because this is a PAL territory. There's the game. As you can see, it works pretty much normal, but you know that's because I have a capture card which supports these modes. So what if we just boot up the game here and display in progressive mode? You'll see on the top there it says 720 by 480p, 60 FPS, and all that good jazz. Nintendo Retro Studios. I love this game. I've always wanted to play Metro Prime 2, but I never got around to it. And somehow I managed to put this off until this product is finished. It shows you how patient I am. Or lazy, rather. So, yeah, all smooth. I started this after I successfully managed to create a RGB mod for the N64. I thought, well, let's conquer the Gamecube as well. But then somebody came and released GCVGA Lite, and it all was, you know, for the birds. Well, not really, but, you know, I would have liked it to finish it before that. Not a few weeks late, or even months. That stuff happens, you know. But eventually I would like to finish this, yeah, maybe some people want it, who knows. I would like to say that the documentation on Game SX is pretty crude. It's extensive, but a lot of it is wrong or incomplete. So yeah, a lot of own research went into this. The people that know better, like like a few people on the GC Forever forums, didn't respond to PMs, like really in-depth technical PMs, which is a bit sad. You know, I would have liked to converse with people, but apparently these people do not want to be contacted. What can you do? So, thanks to the help of my good friend George, we were able to figure this out. In about 4 months we had this going. So I'm extremely proud of this because I've never used FPGAs before, and I've never designed a board before. And obviously I'm a newcomer in those fields, so that feels pretty good to have it working as well as it does. You know, getting into hardware design language wasn't easy. It's not a very newcomer friendly area in electrical engineering, I think. So, you know, but yeah, I'm really happy with things, and if you're using a compatible browser, you can even watch this video in 720p 60, you know, 60 FPS goodness. Unfortunately, sometimes the game slows a bit down, so it's not exactly 60 FPS all the time, but hey, now you can play your games in 480p mode. So yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to show that off. Yeah, see you next time.